Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to install Flux into our ComfyUI. Flux is the newest picture generation model that just came out last month. It has a much better performance compared to Stable Diffusion 3. Actually, they are created by people that came out from Stable Diffusion group, and it is considered to be the true Stable Diffusion 3. Let's first take a look at their GitHub page. Currently, there are 3 models for FLUX.1. FLUX.1 Chanel is the model that you can generate photos and can be used for commercial purpose. It's under license Apache 2.0. And Flux Dev is only available for non-commercial use. Flux Pro is only available through their own API. So currently, only the Chanel and the Dev model are available to be run in our local machine. To download the model, just click in their Hugging Face repo and download the corresponding models. And for the Dev, you can just scroll down and download the Flux Dev Safe Tensors. It's 23.8 gigabytes. And for the Chanel, it's also about the same size. Scroll down, download the Chanel model. After you download the model, drag and drop the model into the models folder under UNet. The model has to go under UNet folder. The Flux model does not work by itself. You need some other components to make it work. Just like egg fried rice, you cannot make it with just rice. VAE is another component that needs to be worked alongside with Flux model. Go to the VAE folder and download the VAE, and it should go to the VAE folder under models folder. After we are done with the VAE files, we need to download the clip files. The clip files are the pre-training files that can connect the word description with generated images. We also need that for the Flux model to work. Move all the 3 clips files into the clips folder under model. Right now, we're almost finished with our model. To make our model work better, we should install XFlux module. XFlux is the node that can work with ComfyUI so that we can use Lora for our Flux model. Lora is another component that can help us fine-tune our model on specific tasks. For example, if you want your picture to look like Disney style or to look like cartoon style, you need specific Lora for specific tasks. To install XFlux, just go to the Tinder of ComfyUI, which is Comfy Manager, and search for XFlux. Install and then restart. You don't need to go all the way to GitHub and download and copy. Comfy Manager is a very powerful tool that you can hook up with all kinds of plugins. Try it, and if you don't like it, you can delete it anytime you want. After XFlux has been installed, go to XLab's Lora collection and choose the corresponding Lora that you want to install. We have 2 types of Loras. The one with Comfy converted and the one without Comfy converted. If it's Comfy converted, theoretically you can drag and drop into the Lora folder under the models folder. I tried using Comfy converted, but it doesn't work. I still had to download the original Loras and copy these Loras into the Lora folder under XLabs folder under models folder. Now all the parts of the Flux model has been put into their corresponding folder. Let's start building the pipeline on ComfyUI. Double-click the background and load diffusion model. This module is where we load our Flux model, the base model. Set the weight type to FP8. Then add another module that's called load Flux Lora. This module is where we connect the Lora model with the base model. And you can select the Lora that you have downloaded from the previous step. Then add another module that's called Dual Clip Loader. The first clip should be FP8 or FP16, and the second clip should be clip L. Now add another module that's called Empty Latin Image as a placeholder for our image. You can set the size of the picture in this module. Add VAE module to load the VAE that we download for FLUX.1. Before we move on to the next module, we should go to the Tinder of ComfyUI, which is Comfy Manager. Search for ComfyUI Essential. Install and restart ComfyUI. Comfy Essential contains several important modules that we have to use for Flux model. After the restart, double-click the background and add the module that's called Flux Sampler Parameters. To help us translate the user's input into pictures, we need clip text and code flux that will be connected to the dual clip module. Add VAE decode that will be connected to load VAE. Finally, add the last module, save image, to hold the output image from the model. Now all the modules are added on the diagram. Let's make the connections. Now let's try out our model. Let's make a bikini girl on the beach with pink hair. Let's see what we got. The first time we run the model, it takes a while to load the model. As long as you see this in the command line, don't worry, just give it a wait. It will eventually start running. That's a nice back view, but we want to see his face. Let's change our prompt and emphasize that we want to see the front view of this girl. Not bad. I start feeling some girlfriend experience. You can save the pipeline by clicking the Save button and save it as a JSON file. The JSON file will be saved in your default download folder. Let's compare FLUX.1 model with the Stable Diffusion 3 model that we did in our last video. Keep the prompt to be the same and make sure that the image size is consistent with the FLUX model. What the hell? What kind of alien is this? Let's give it another chance. This time, it looks okay, but it's kind of like a failed plastic surgery from my ex-girlfriend. It's definitely not compete with what we got from FLUX model. And that's the end of the video today. If you find my video to be helpful, please consider like and subscribe my channel. See you next one.